All right, we are recording. We got it. We're going. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. We got a fun episode today. Kind of thought of it at work today. Kind of hit me. One of those situations going on at work. Me being the manager in the office, I had to clamp down, nip it in the bud, so to speak. What was happening was, so we have two females in the office. One of them hasn't been there in a while. She's coming back, I think, next week or the week after. But the other one, she's the highest ranking in the office. And she's also like one of the coolest ones in there. She's very laid back. She understands, like, it's the military, especially the Air Force. It's all dudes. So she's not really sensitive about a lot of things. But there's times when I feel like I have to step in just to like be like, yo, that's not okay to say. And it started with, we were talking about like PT tests and all this stuff. Hey, Braid. And she's like, it gets harder as you get older. Like, that's why they change the rules. You turn 30, they change the rules to make it a little easier. You turn 35, they make the rules. It's a little easier. And then, of course, the young 21-year-old, kind of an idiot, decides to say, well, your body really gets destroyed after having kids. I mean, you're not going to get your form back, are you? And I was like, yo, he said it in a way that was like innocent. He didn't know he was saying it, and it was fucked up, obviously. But I was like, yo, you can't say that to women. Here's why. And I explained to him, like, here's things you shouldn't say to women. And then that's when it hit me. The top 5 things you should never say to women. I was like, this is good. This is good content right here, baby. But I had to give a learning lesson. Here's what you shouldn't say. But I told him that, and I'm going to tell you guys this too. Again, entertainment. So I'm telling you guys on the front end, this is entertainment purposes only. Don't go around being like, first of all, this isn't the end all be all. There's a million things you probably shouldn't say to women. This is my top 5 things you shouldn't say to women. I'm not saying I have never said them, but hey, it happens, you know? So it's going to be a little problematic in here today. The number 5, we're going to start at number 5 and work our way down to the best one. Or the most problematic one. So number 5, something you shouldn't say to women. You should smile more. Now, back in the day, if you ever watched like Mad Men or pretty much any businessman from, I don't know, the 50s until like 2010, or just some weird dudes, it was considered a piece of advice, right? You're saying it, you're like, maybe you should just smile more. It's usually the girls that have resting bitch face that kind of get this get this told to them. But apparently it's a problematic thing. I mean, if you're telling somebody, hey, you should smile more, maybe you should smile more. I'm just saying. But in the years since the whole Me Too movement and we shouldn't denigrate women the way we do, it's problematic. So that's number 5 on the list. You should smile more. And then here's another one. Number 4, moving down the list pretty quick here. Number 4, this one is going to get you in trouble every single time you say it. However, it is a good question because sometimes if you do say it and you say it tactfully enough, you might get a good answer out of it. It might shed some light on why she's acting a little emotional. Are you on your period? Again, entertainment purposes only. Don't fucking... If every time a girl's yelling at you, you should definitely not say, ask her if she's on her period. If you did something that's clearly you fucked up or you did something that was offensive, if you told her, hey, you should smile more, and she starts yelling at you, your next phrase, your next question shouldn't be, are you on your period? It's just not going to work. So that also ties into, this was going to be on the list, but this is also, you're being too emotional. I wouldn't say this is on the category. This is an OLI, outside looking in, but you're being too emotional. That ties into, are you on your period? Because when they're on their period, they're emotional. You know, they're emotional creatures, but men are emotional too. So we get our testosterone going and we start fucking screaming at each other and fighting. Women get their estrogen pumping and, you know, they get their thing going. So definitely, if you're getting yelled at by a female, your girlfriend, whomever, a good rule of thumb is do not ask them if they're on their period. And then here's a good one to know. This is definitely another outside looking in. This isn't number 3. This is outside of the top 5. But you're not like other girls. That could be a compliment. Maybe the girl's going for it. Maybe she's not. In most scenarios, it depends how you say that phrase. If you're saying it in the context of you're not like other girls are more women-like, that type of thing, you're in deep shit. But if you're saying like, oh, you mean you're not like the other girls I've ever met, that could be said in a sweet way. So you definitely could use this one. It just depends how you're using it and your intent when you use it. So don't shy away from this one. This is why this one didn't make it to the top 10. So the top 3 coming up right now. We're gonna do these all in a row, and we're gonna go over the OLIs a little later. So if you're ever dealing with a difficult woman, right? And I get it, that was probably a little over aggressive to say that, but if you're dealing with somebody that is difficult and they happen to be a woman, okay? Caveat that for you. Another good rule of thumb is asking, is there a guy I can talk to? Is there a man in charge around here? There's a couple of things wrong there. You're assuming that just because it's a business and there's people working, that there's a man in charge. There's plenty of businesses, plenty of successful companies that are run by women. So again, don't say that. And if you're just being an asshole at like the local Applebee's, it just comes off like a dickhead move anyway. So your wife, whoever you're with, your kids, your friends will probably be really embarrassed you just said that. So asking if there's a man in charge I can talk to, it's just wrong. Just don't do it. Again, it's not even that it's offensive. It's just it's a stupid thing to say. This isn't 1950 anymore. We're not slapping girls on the ass as they walk by. However, that would be a kind of a fun thing to do if you lived back then, but we don't live there anymore. So hands to yourself, especially in the workplace. Again, this is all entertainment purposes only. So take what I just said with a grain of salt. Number 2. Now this one you're going to hear, and you won't hear about it until after you get home from the night. So this is mostly for the people that have spouses, girlfriend, wife, whole thing. You're definitely going to hear this after the party or after the event, whatever you're going to. Is that what you're wearing? Definitely should not say when she comes out, because girls take forever to get ready. That's not offensive to say. They do. Guys, we could shower 5 minutes, shirt, pants, and you're good to go. It doesn't take long. It takes at most 20 minutes, and that's like if you're stretching shit out. It shouldn't take more than 10 minutes for a guy, but females decide they take hour and a half. They got to pick clothes out. They're destroying the closet after spending all Saturday morning organizing it. They're trying on different things. Does this match? Does this match? How do I look? This and that. And then they finally come out after the artist has painted their canvas, so to speak. Probably shouldn't refer to a girl's body as a canvas, but when they come out and they're ready to go. Like they're like, all right, the car started, dog walked and all that. And you say, is that what you're wearing? Be prepared to defend yourself in the moment because you're ready to leave, right? The thing is, this could go south pretty quick. Your night can be ruined instantly. She might not want to go out anymore. Or she's going to spend another hour looking for a new outfit, and then she's going to be I was about to say something that was weird, but she's going to be very upset the entire time while she's so your night's already going south. She's going to be yelling at you the entire time she's getting ready now. Or if she really wants to go to this party, she's going to call you an asshole. You're going to go to the party, and there's always going to be something wrong from then on out. She's not going to be as friendly as she was or how she normally is to you the entire night. You're going to hear about this when you go home later, either on the drive home after a few drinks and she's, getting a little mouthy. No, and when you're like, what's wrong? You're like, did you have a good time? She's like, yeah, I had a great time. And you're like, doesn't seem like it. And then she's like, well, you told me before we left I shouldn't be wearing this, and I looked like shit the entire night, and I knew you were laughing at me, so fuck you. And then it's this whole thing, and the whole night's ruined. So that's usually when you'll hear about it. You might hear about it before then, but I don't think you'll hear about it in person at the party because she doesn't want to be labeled as crazy. You don't want to be labeled as a crazy couple. So you're probably not going to hear it in public, but you'll definitely hear it later on in the night. And that's something that's going to carry over for a week or two, where every time she gets dressed the next 6 times, you're going to hear, is this okay with what I'm wearing? Is this okay for you? Is this up to your standard? And you're going to just regret ever saying it. So that's why it's number 2, because it has lingering effects. It's not a break. It's not something that's going to make you guys break up or divorce or anything. It might be the straw that breaks the camel's back, but it's going to be one of those things she's going to hold over your head indefinitely for an indefinite amount of time. So don't say, is that what you're wearing, after she comes out of the bedroom after an hour of working on herself. Now, this one is sure to get your ass kicked pretty swiftly by her friends, the boyfriends that are around. Usually strangers will probably jump in at this point. If you find yourself in this situation where you're around a female that just had a baby, or they had a baby about a year ago, if they're within like a 3-year window, how about this? Just don't say this next phrase ever to a female. Don't even judge the window thing. Forget what I just said about the window thing. If at any point they put on weight, whether it be for pregnancy, for whatever happened, we all go through those phases where we gain a little weight. It happens. Please, God, don't ever say any combination of this. Oh, wow, you really let yourself go. Don't do it. It's not going to end well for you. Oh, yeah, you really let yourself go there, huh? It's not even something you should mention as a joke if it's one of your closest friends ever. Don't do it. That's a knife to the heart of a woman's self-esteem. Don't ever say it. Don't joke about it. Now that entertainment purposes only. Don't say it. Don't even think it. Shit happens. Women have babies. They add weight. It happens. I'm fucking out of shape sometimes. I'm self-conscious about it. It's not something that's funny. You're not going to get that many laughs. If anything, you're going to get, she's going to swing. Then if she doesn't, her friends are definitely going to be fucking screaming at you. Probably getting physical, especially if there's a goalie involved. And then you're going to have dudes that overhear it are automatically going to lose respect for you and probably fight you if it's one of their boyfriends, girlfriends, boyfriends or something. So avoid that phrase at all. And that's just one iteration of it. There's multiple iterations of it. You really let yourself go, huh? Again, just don't do it. Just avoid weight at all costs. It's something you shouldn't touch. I know, again, not speaking from experience, but girls that take birth control adds a little weight, in unflattering spots, I would say. So they have to take birth control so they don't get pregnant, which makes them gain weight. You see what I'm saying? So it's out of their control for the most part. And again, it doesn't matter if it's in their control or not. If they want to fucking eat, let them eat. Let them be heavy. It's fine. It's fine. And the more I'm talking right now, the more I know I'm digging myself a hole. So just avoid the entire thing at once and don't say those phrases, you really let yourself go, or, oh, you're still carrying some baby weight, I see. Oh, baby, don't say that one. Oh, you're still carrying some baby weight? Come on. You're going in there with the intention of getting your ass kicked. So those are the top 5 things you shouldn't say. There's a couple OLIs in there. Another OLI is, you guys aren't in a serious relationship though, right? Just if she says she has a boyfriend, yes, okay, cool, that's fine. Good for him. Move along. You don't have to convince her to start dating you. A, she probably won't if she's loyal. Number 2, you're a scumbag for trying to do it. And no one's going to be like, oh, that was so cool. You hooked up with a married chick last night. It's not really something guys do. Maybe some guys do, and you're hanging around the wrong crowd. So those are the top 5 with a couple OLIs sprinkled in there. I know I'm going to, if this gets shared enough, going to catch some flack. But, hey, man, that's why we're here. We're trying to explore different topics and go from there. But again, I'm going to say it one more time, entertainment purposes only. So the Knicks are coming on here. Let's go Knicks. You already know. Bing bong. And have a happy Mother's Day weekend, everybody. And we'll see you next time.